Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, we're going to look at how we can design an all-season DIY hot tub. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so what do I mean by all season or inter-season? Well, it's a hot tub that we can actually use all year round. And this video request has actually come from one of the subscribers to my channel, so thank you very much for that. And if you do have an idea for a video or you'd like me to make a video on a particular topic, then please do let me know in the comments below. And as you can see, I'm more than happy to do so. So, inter-season or all-season hot tub design, what do we need to think about? Well, the first point is, what is your actual climate like? Now, I'm presuming that we're talking about cold climates here, because that's generally when we use our hot tubs. So in terms of the design, we've really got to think about insulation. If we don't have insulation in there, we're going to lose a huge amount of heat, and it's either not going to get up to temperature or it's going to get to temperature, but you're going to lose so much heat that it's not going to be a pleasurable experience, and you're not going to be able to use that tub for prolonged periods of time during those colder months. So insulation, where do we need to put the insulation itself? Well, some people do like to put insulation in the actual pad or the concrete base. I'm not a fan of this. I'm always concerned about the actual structural strength of the base itself. So I tend to advise that the insulation goes into the sides and the seating rather than the actual base itself. What kind of insulation? Well, I prefer the foil back boards, so from brands like Celotex or Kingspan. There's lots of other different brands that do these foil backed. They're sort of 10 to 15 centimeters or 4 to 8 inches thick, and they are ideal to go around the actual gunite plumbing. So if you're doing a cavity wall, which is a really good way of doing things, so you would have a 10 centimeter or 4-inch block, you'd have your gunites inside, and you're going to need around 20 centimeters or 8 inches of space to actually get your plumbing in there. Now, that space is ideal to actually put some insulation in. So you can put your foil back boards underneath and around those plumbing components there. There's enough space to be able to drop in some rebar, and you can also then fill with concrete, so you're going to end up with a really well-made, tough and strong structure, but it's also going to be super insulated with those insulated boards. And then finally you would have your 4-inch outer wall or 10 centimeter block wall that covers all that up, coping stones on top, and you have a very, very nicely made hot tub that is insulated. So insulation is certainly the first thing that we need to think about for an all-season or inter-season hot tub. What about the cover? The cover is probably the most important part to keep the heat into your tub. In terms of the cover, you need to think about the material. Usually something like marine grade vinyl is a good hard-wearing material. You need to think about the thickness. So a 4-inch to 2-inch is not going to have the same R value as a 6-inch to 4-inch taper. They're always tapered so that we can have the rain runoff. And if you've got a larger hot tub, they may be in different sections, but you're still going to have that taper, you know, from the kind of like a little apex from the 6 or the 4-inch height down to that lower height. Get the thickest material that you can. That's my recommendation there. It will save you money in the long run. The more heat that you can keep in, the less energy that you're going to consume to actually heat up that hot tub, and it will cost you less, obviously. Pretty straightforward. In terms of your cover, think about your environment. Environment, I really mean what kind of climate that you actually have. Are you going to be getting 6 foot of snow? If you are, you're going to need to strengthen that cover, otherwise that snow could actually damage, bend and actually break your cover. So if you do get lots of snow, or if you have dogs or heavy pets that are going to be that you can't keep off your hot tub, even children, you're going to want to strengthen that cover. And most good quality hot tub cover makers will give you additional options for strengthening your hot tub. And if you would like to look at some of those options, I can certainly help you with a custom designed hot tub cover. I'll put a link in the comments below. And just finally on that hot tub cover, you can also get an additional outer cover or a cap that will cover it, and it will just help that cover last a little bit longer. So it's well worth getting. It's a couple of $100 cover that will help you save that. It could be anything up to $1,000 cover on your hot tub. So you want to make it last as long as possible. So it's well worth looking for a cover cap as well. And finally, in terms of an all-weather hot tub design, you've really got to think about how you're going to heat it. So if we're talking about a super cool climate, you're probably not going to want to be using electric to heat your hot tub. Electric, whilst it's one of the easiest ways of certainly heating your hot tub and connecting all the electric together is much easier than having to run gas lines or propane lines, for example. An electric hot tub takes a lot longer to heat up, and that time that's involved with heating up that hot tub, if it's cold outside, it kind of is counterproductive against the heat up itself. So it's going to take a lot longer, it's going to take a lot more energy, it's going to cost you more. So electric probably isn't the best option if you are in a super cool climate. If you're going to go down the air source heat pump route, now if you've watched some of the videos on the channels, I rave about air source heat pumps. They're by far the most efficient way of actually heating your hot tub. However, you've got to check that they are capable of working in sub-zero temperatures. Some of the cheaper models are not. So make sure if you're looking at an air source heat pump that it is rated to, say for example, minus 15 Celsius. That will cater for pretty much all of the super cold environments that we have. As I said, the cheaper models, when you're getting down to 0 Celsius or 32F, they aren't as efficient, and you may struggle to actually get up to temperature if you're looking for an inter-season or all-season hot tub. So check the specifications on something like an air source heat pump if you're going to go down that route. And finally on air source heat pumps, if you're looking to actually chill the hot tub to make it more of a plunge pool in those warmer months, which might be a consideration if you're in somewhere that has a particularly hot climate in those summer months. They're a great way to actually cool the water down as well, and you don't get that with any of the other types of heating. So it's something to think about if you're considering an air source heat pump. Does it actually work as a chiller as well as a heater? However, propane or natural gas, these are great options for all-season hot tubs. If you've got the lines or you've got the tanks already on your property, they're by far the fastest way of heating it up. It certainly doesn't cost you any more than running on electric. It's not as efficient as air source, and it will work right across those 4 seasons. So there we have it. Thank you again for that request for the video. I hope you found it useful. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you found it useful, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. If you've liked this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. See you on the next video.